Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Ogre Vision. We are going to kick things off here with Buckcrack Motorsports getting in another week of action. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of audio going here. I don't like it when I'm the only thing I hear. Just going to turn these guys up in my headset. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and cut away for just a moment here. And I'm going to pop up this little guy right here. And just take a moment to thank Buckcrack Motorsports for letting us be over here. Ledesma Creations for helping sponsor these events. And myself. I've been known as the primary sponsor for jumping on and doing a broadcast for everybody, which I absolutely love. I'm very happy to be presenting this series to you. So without further ado, I'm going to get this graphic off your screen here. I'm going to pop up our standings. What else do we need? I think that's it. Oh yeah, I'm going to turn this little guy on too. Forgot to put a little guy up in the corner for us. Alright, now I'm going to get to my camera controls. Alright guys, here we go. Looks like coming to the line, we have got the 75 of William McKellar and the 1 of Jeffrey Clinton in the front row, the 8 of Chris Darkwood, and the 23 of Joshua Whitmire in the second row. Patrick Hernandez and George Ledesma round out your 3 top rows. Here they come. Oh, look at that big push. See Chris Darkwood giving a big run. That's 75 of William McKellar. He's going to get that run to the inside and clear second position. Jeffrey Clifton. This little wider camera angle here. As you can see, we got a little bit of a smaller field here tonight, but I can assure you that racing action is still big, as you can see. So we're going to follow the action while we've got a bit. And, you know, as the things spread out a little bit, we'll go through and do our little spot-ons with the drivers. You know, some of the other little things that I normally do. Ooh, look at that. Everybody's moving around so much on this track. You got guys all the way down at the bottom, guys all the way up at the top. That's hard to believe what they're going to do to this track. You know, I've always been kind of a fan of Auto Club. I'm not very good at the track, but I've always been kind of a fan of it, and they're going to turn it into a short track. I assume most of you guys know that, but yeah. How do you guys feel about it? Because for me, it's kind of weird. But, you know, I guess weird goes out the window when you have Bristol turn into dirt. But, you know, I can't say I didn't enjoy that. I liked the Bristol dirt. I think they should do that somewhere else too. Maybe cover Richmond in dirt. Either that or start going to actual dirt tracks. Just one a season, like Eldora. Like, for whatever reason, I really like having one dirt track on the course or on the season schedule. I think it just shakes things up and gives everybody almost a Talladega type race where anything can happen. And what did I tell you? We were 4 laps in, and this entire pack is still right here in this front little group. Still being led by the 75 of William McKellar. 1 of Jeffrey Clinton still in second position. Oh, see the 91 of Patrick Hernandez sneak by right there on the high side. That's a bad one. Pardon me for my little silence there. I was out tonight having pizza and beers with a friend, and I got to meet my best friend's new girlfriend. safe to say that I approve, which is a good thing because this last one was no fun, man. Couldn't even stand in the same room with her. So I'm sure there's several guys in here that got buddies like that with women friends that can relate. But anyways, as you can see, we've still got just these front guys up here. I don't think the front four has changed. We're still just going to let these guys spread out a little bit, maybe take a peek back a little further. Ooh, 56. Why are we in the pits here? Looks like the 56 is somebody that failed to join the race. But hopefully he'll be able to join up with us next week. Hop over to the 44 of George Ledesma. One of our coasts. Oh, commentator curse, I swear it. And I'm doing this 3 hours after this race. And the second I switch to him, he gets the wall. I mean, I swear the commentator curse is real. On every level, doesn't matter where you are, iRacing, real racing, it's just there. But as I was saying, George Ledesma is one of the co-sponsors for this league with us. I believe they named me the title sponsor. I am Chris Darkwood, otherwise known as Ogre Vision. And I'm happy to be here with Buttcrack Motorsports, presenting their 2K Sim Truck Series. As you can see, we've got room for growth. There is, I don't know, I think these guys like probably get 20 cars on track. I think it's a pretty healthy number for everybody. But, you know, a race like this will speak for itself, as you can see. You know, we've gone 8 laps in so far, no cautions, no wiggles. Everybody's just doing their own thing. It's kind of... I'm going to go ahead and put us on a static view here. I really like this camera. Alright. I've got a little bit of a dry mouth from dealing with some festivities tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself because it did not work last time. So we're going to try. I'll crank it up. Oh, look in the comments. I'll keep this sweet because I'm not as petty as some of the people that appear around. We'll go ahead and just say that we're happy that we left Crap Hole Racing League behind. I won't even mention your real name because it's just not worth my time. But yeah, glad you're still here. And yeah, let's just say that it's nice to know I live in your space rent-free. So enjoy. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my crank it up for just a moment here. Oh, you think I would waste my time with crappy leagues like yours? No, I'm sorry about that. I have better things to do. Like, for real, I could live without the view. You should just leave. Go away. Oh god, I can't stand ignorant people. Alright, waste enough time on that tool. Let's pop back up here to the 75 of William Keller. Alright, try this Godzilla scheme here. Like I was saying, we're going to go ahead and show off some of these paints because I absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing to do in racing is to look at these paints that always make me a little jealous because I'm not quite that good of a painter, not that good of a broadcaster, but I seem to have no problem finding homes and places to broadcast. I have a pretty busy schedule for myself, but yeah. Let's go ahead and pop on back to second place here, show off the 91 of Patrick Hernandez. Ooh, 42 of John Ross. Said it last week. I love that paint. It's so easy to read. And I love that chrome number. Like I said, I'm a mediocre painter, mediocre broadcaster, mediocre racer. But I'd love to learn how to do that. If got 20 minutes to kill with me in a paint booth and teach me how to do that chrome number, that's pretty slick, sir. I mean, look at these guys all under this umbrella. They have not spread out by even more than a second yet. It's fantastic stuff. All right, go to the one of Jeffrey Clifton. As you may or may not see from the comments when you watch this race, or my commentary, my friend. I come with a lot of my own baggage from some previous douchebag owners. So, yeah, the conversations that took place were not about you. Strangely, they weren't even about this ass clown. I'm surprised he's still here. Honestly, a little sad he's still in existence. But, yeah. Kevorkian's not illegal in the United States. But I digress. Let's go to the 23 of Joshua Whitmire. Oh, Waffle House. I freaking love it. Man, we have one Waffle House in the entire state of Idaho. It makes me so sad because you cannot get a place in there. Hey, you have to be there when the doors open or you will not get a table. Another one of those nice clean paints though, that you just see everything on it. You understand exactly what it is just from looking at it. Something to be said for that. Man, if you hear me belch a little tonight, I'm sorry. It's something a little new that you probably don't normally hear from me. Beer and Coke don't mix. Who do we leave off on here? Let's go to the 20 of Russell Martin, man of the hour, owner of this league, Buckcrack Motorsports 2K Truck Series. This guy, man, what can I say? Had some pretty real conversations with him, and I love it when you can have real conversations with people and not be judged. Yeah, I guess 2 in 1 day. I've decided I had nothing better to do than to come see what I was doing, which I guess is kind of flattering because you ain't got nothing better to do with your life, which is just sad. But Russell here, got a message. Probably get one from CRRL about some of the things I've said tonight, but rest assured, Russ isn't really interested in anything you have to say, so just don't bother. He's quite honestly above it. Too good of a person for that crap. So I just want to take this moment, put you on the camera, sir, and say thank you for having me. I reached out to you asking if I could be here and help you grow, and you've been nothing but gracious with me so far. So thank you. And yeah, I think we got big things coming in the future because we've already had a few guys join up this race that we failed to get in. So truck count and quality go up next week and every week moving forward, man. Like I said, you've got a vision and I'm with it. Let's pop one back here to the 44. George Ledesma and the Ledesma Creations machine. Like I said, co-sponsor of this series with me. I've been named a title sponsor for broadcasting. Thank you very much. Not something I asked for, but something I absolutely appreciate. And yeah, George is good people, man. I ask him a few questions, and he's just always happy to, more or less comply with whatever I ask. I can't even get a straight name out of him for his name. Like, I ask him if he wants to go by George or Jorge, and he has a response to both, so I have chosen to call you, Georgian, cannot speak, chosen to call you George. And another one of those beautiful cars that's just clean and simple to read, sir. Absolutely love it. Let's see if we can't get this one right here. Get a nice big close-up on your hood. I do believe you got a logo on the ass of this car too. Let's check it out. Much easier to read, but not as pretty. So you're just kind of back here rolling. But everybody's still in eyesight. Just waiting for that first pit cycle. Let's go to the 9. Trevor Gill. CoffeeRacer.us. Another one that's easy to read. Ghost Sim Racing. Another guy I get behind. I never do those custom numbers, but I do enjoy them. They stand out. And that's like highlighter yellow. Such a great number, great color. Alright. As we've said before, don't really enjoy showing myself, but I'll take a peek back at me because it's a little interesting here. I have, I can't tell if I've got my lap back or not, but I was the first one to dip into the pits. I decided that a lot of these guys outclassed me, so the only way I was going to be able to do anything was maybe with some strategy in the pits. So we'll see how it works out for me. I'm way back here because I decided to pit early. Because draft is not king here. The tires are. We'll see how it works out. Jump back up here to Patrick Hernandez. Broaden out this camera just a little bit. Man, in a sense, you guys are going to give me a boring race tonight, man. No cautions through the first 25% of this race. As you can see, 26 of 100 have been put in the book. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop this up here just one more time. Like I said, we are racing here tonight with Buckrack Motorsports 2K Truck Series and co-sponsored with Ledesma Creations. I'd love to get that name out there. Love to get everybody's name out here involved in this project. There will be at least 4 different leagues racing under the Ogre Vision family within the next couple of weeks. So Yeah, we're going to be very busy, and all of them but one are free. So that'll be a lot of excitement. I've signed a deal big enough that I'll be able to upgrade my computer. I will be able to get some better gear going on so that we don't get some of that blurriness and frame drop. It'll be pretty nice. We'll get those guys up on this decal as soon as we start showing them on cameras, which I believe starts as soon as tomorrow. So I'll get them up there with these guys, and if you're racing with me, or if you're on my broadcast or whatnot, it's all about cross promotion. It is all about growth. It is all about one racing family. And if you're not with that, we will not work out. If if you don't understand that, then again, we ain't ever gonna work out. So, you know, I can't say it any more clear than that. Like, if I'm here, it's because it's where I want to be, and if I'm not there, it's because I didn't feel valued. It's not where I wanted to be. Let's hit the excitement button. That's what I figured. The excitement button's going to stay on these front two. I don't think there's anybody that's closer together than these two at the moment, but I know that it's going to get grouped back up as everybody comes through the pit cycles. I'd say it's probably safe to say that Trevor Gill, Russell Martin, and John Ross have made their pit stops, and that's why you see them a lap down at this point. Like I said, I've made mine, but I made my pit stop on lap 12. I went with a very different strategy than all these boys, and I was banking on it being a green race, so we'll see if that works out for me. Oh, you can see him catching me right there to put me that lap down. Oh no, that's not even for lap down. That is a 75 William McKellar, who was your race leader before pit cycles, getting back by me for the battle that what will be first position as these pit cycles cycle through. Right now you can see it over on the telemetry. You've got Patrick Hernandez and Joshua Whitmire over in the pit lane. We'll update as these guys all go by and come in and out of the pits over the next 2 laps. A lot of these guys get anywhere from 29 to 32 laps on a fuel run here tonight. We had 4 sets of tires, 3 in the pits, including the set you got on. So I want to say that you could get 31 laps, so that if you pit as far out as you could, you were going to be 3 laps to 5 laps shy. If you could draft, you could save a little, but as you can see, everybody's kind of gotten themselves spread out here just a little bit. Oh, popped up to the leader. Jeffrey Clifton's sitting in pit lane right now. See somebody else creeping in down the pit lane behind him. Excuse me if you heard that burp. Like I said, a little too much beer and Coke tonight. But nothing goes better with a pizza. God bless pizza and beer. Like pizza, beer, and good friends on a Saturday night. Then I get to come home and call a race. Does it get any better? It's kind of what it's all about, right? Friends, family, racing. It's a good life sometimes. Pop back over to the 75. William McKellar has called it when we were out there. He's inherited the lead. Looks like he is chasing down the 23 of Joshua Whitmire, trying to put him a lap down. As we are 33 laps into this race. Oh, a big push going into the corner. I wonder if I could... Alright, you're going to have to bear with me here. I can never remember what cameras do what here, but I want to get some... That's alright. I just wanted to get a little bit better look here at some of these Godzillas. I mean, it looks like he's got multiple, like Godzilla, Godzilla -1. That's cool. Do we got anything over the top? Nothing too fancy. Let's go ahead and take us through the top 5 here. We were just on him. William McKellar, 75, first position through 35 laps. The moment he's just kind of out there by himself. Cannot see me in the picture at all. Let's go to second place. He has walked away from me, but I am on 25 lap old tires. Like I said, I was the first one to pit so that I could get some track position. So far it's working out okay. I jumped up to second position. We'll see how it works out for me for the rest of the race. Jump to third here. Who's third? 42, John Ross. That's Sim Motion Truck. Beautiful Ford. Looks like he got a little action here going on. Looks like Jeffrey Clifton in that Mahada truck trying to get by, maybe get a lap back. Mahindra, excuse me, Mahada. Sorry about that. I got a little quiet for a second. I was reading something that came in on my phone. I was just talking to my buddy about some of the stuff that I was up to tonight. I wouldn't normally do that, but we got a little bit of a slow race this evening just because, well, it's a big track. We've had no caution flags to group everybody up. So let's hit the excitement button to see if anybody's near anybody here. Yeah, 44 George Ledesma. He's got a truck out there in front of him and a truck behind him a little bit. See if he can't maybe get himself into a racing situation here. You know what we'll do? I'm going to jump into his cockpit. I haven't shown this camera yet tonight, and it's one of my favorites. Usually try to save this camera for, you know, when we got some action replays. But, tonight you just get to see how smooth he is and how it goes around this track. Whew. Gets down on the apron a little bit there. Lets off the gas to get it back underneath him. Nice clean save. The 42 of John Ross for a second. He just got quite a bit of love while I was away from the camera. Don't leave it on him for too long. Jump to the 23 of Joshua Whitmer. Looks like he's the one chasing down that Ledesma Creations machine. Looks like everybody likes that high line in 1 and 2. They've all got their own different lines for 3 and 4. '20 of Russell Martin. You can hear him feathering the gas coming out of that corner. So easy to get up there and smack that wall. Yeah, look at this. It's so smooth. I got somebody dipping into the pits, lap 42. That's probably me, because I'm off sequence. Let's see. Yes, it is. All right, we're going to jump up to the 9 of Trevor Gill. I'll show this camera too. You know, I doubt he would ever watch one of my broadcasts, but the guy I aspire to be, his name is Cameron. Everybody else knew him as Atlanta Racing, and he is my favorite broadcaster that I ever got to work with or ever had calling my races. And one of the weird and fun things he did was name the camera in the blimp. There was a guy in the blimp. He called him Tony. So I think I am going to do the same thing. It became a fun joke with that group that Tony always wanted a Sprite. And so guys started putting Sprite sponsors on their car that you couldn't spot anywhere but from the blimp or the chopper camera. And it's just funny. It's funny the memories that stick with you when you race. Like, sometimes it's a wreck, sometimes it's just a great finish. Sometimes it's a commentator, you know, just saying the right thing at the right moment. These two racing hard. George Ledesma, Patrick Hernandez. No, excuse me, George Ledesma and Trevor Gill. Get these names right. Duking it out every corner. Can Ledesma get there this time? Doesn't look like it. Oh, yep, he got it. He cleared him. I thought that 9 maybe get the run on the high side, but oh, he's coming right back. Ooh, we had to lift. That would have been ugly. I have not broadcasted any leagues, excuse me, that would have been a wreck in, but rest assured I will be. I choose to work with new leagues, and some of them I watched before I jumped in, some of them I race win, and others I'm jumping in blind. So I'm sure we'll have some caution fests, and yeah, to be quite honest, I kind of like a mix. You know, I like a few cautions tossed in to keep the racing clean, but as you can see, I race in these races, so I also don't like it when there's cautions because it you know, can mess with the strategy, or you know, with my bad luck, I always get caught up in them. All right, let's pop back up here. Show our leader, 75 William McKellar. And you can see on the telemetry, a couple of guys have gone a lap down. Myself and Jeffrey Clifton, you saw me dip in. I'm thinking that Jeffrey Clifton has done the same thing. William was able to chase me down, though, on the last run, get by me, force me to second position before I started falling off a little. We'll see if I can get back to first and if he's the guy to beat again, or how this is all going to work out. I'm going to put us on a static camera here. And I'll click through the field on a couple of different guys as we do this, but I'm going to go ahead and give us our second... Oh, my goodness, man. My brain is just mush tonight. It's too late for this. I'm going to give us another crank it up. There we go. Alright, I'm going to steal back the audio. Took just a minute for myself to finish off my Coke. Yeah, this isn't a bad camera angle. I kind of like this dynamic TV. It's a nice camera. Let's see if we can find some action here. There's a couple of guys next to each other. Darkwood and Jeffrey Clifton. Let's see if Darkwood can get by or not. The inside is not the place to be on this track. Looks like he's going to get by and slide on up to the high side. Make the pass for 6th position. Also looks like we don't have anybody a lap down yet. Let's see if that's right. Let's see. I don't see the leader. I feel like that can't be right. Let's see if we get this telemetry to update here. Well, it says everybody's on the lead lap. We'll see how this works. He's got to be getting close, looking at those times. But I can't... Oh, there he is. I was going to say, I can't quite see the leader in the back of the camera, but it looks like he just hit the same straightaway. Looks like the leader must have pit. The 20 of Russell Martin has inherited the lead. 44 of George Ledesma Jr. has moved into second position. Can't see him in the same frame, though. Everybody's a little bit too spread out right now. You see your third position at the moment. Joshua Whitmire. A Waffle House truck. I love it. Making me hungry. I'm going to have to go eat some Eggos. There go my Eggo. Man, is anybody else ready for football? I mean, I absolutely love racing, but oh, I can't wait for college football season to get here. I know a few of the guys here in Buckrack Motorsports are gamers as well as racers. And so a little bit ago we were talking about how happy some of us are that NCAA football games are coming back. That's just, I've been waiting a long time for that. I cannot wait. I imagine we'll probably get a league going for that for social hour with some of these guys. It's one of them games that's super fun to play, but I suck at. I'd never make the playoffs, I'm sure. Let's see if we can see the leader yet. You cannot. I know he's got to be coming. Yeah, look at that pretty hood. Once I can figure out how to sync up a controller for my broadcast and I can move the cameras freely, I'm going to start harping on the guys to start putting on custom helmets. Mine's pretty cool and it's something I like to show off. Let's see. Let's go see what Tony's doing. Tony says that the excitement is right here between us two. There's a couple of us here. Let's lock us on to the one car. Let's see what we're looking at here. Looks like we're looking at the battle for 6th position between Jeffrey Clifton and Patrick Hernandez. Ooh, Hernandez has got a big run. Oh! Zoom in here just a little bit. Get that audio to clean up. You just get the big buzz, race noise. Look at these two getting at it. The 91 and the 1. Paints are so similar, they could be teammates. Oh, one's blocking, one's got the run. Oh, we're sticking right here for this. Look at this racing. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. 91 of Patrick Hernandez completing the pass on the 1 of Jeffrey Clifton. We'll see if the 1 can chase him back down and make this an issue, or if the 91's going to walk away. Yeah, it kind of looks like the 91 is going to create a little space for himself. Let's see if we can find some action. Anybody around me? No, there's not. Nobody with the 9. Nobody with the 20. There we go. Who do we got? Battle for third position between the 23 Joshua Whitmire and the 42 John Ross. See that 42 with a big run on the high side. Oh, no. That's why 23 is dipping into the pits. All right. I'll watch just a little bit of this. What are you doing, sir? You lost a little bit of time coming in and out of the pits, just leaving like that. You probably had to take your hands off the wheel for something. It's okay, I get it. I drink soda pop, drink water, anything I can in between these little caution breaks. It's hard to do here because it's green flag racing. Let's go see if anybody is close to the 75 yet. Does not look like it. It looks like he is chasing down the 20 of Russell Martin. Let's see if William can see him yet. Oh yeah. At 38 laps to go, these guys have all got to stop at least one more time. Final pit window will open with about 30 laps to go. You see Joshua Whitmire making his pit stop. It's a little too early for that. He's still going to have to pit again. I hope that one isn't making his stop yet. Oh, I can see a couple cars in the pits. That's not good. As you can see, he's already putting cars laps down. He's well, see when he pits. My guess is about 7 laps. You can see him gaining on Russell just a little bit every lap. And as you can see this time by, he's about to put somebody else's lap down. That would be the number 1 of Jeffrey Clifton making his way out of pits. Alright, let's see if we can find any action out here. Yeah, the 91 and the 8 are going at it. We've got Hernandez and Darkwood. Hernandez has got the favorite line on the high side. But I'm off cycle the pit stops with these guys. So it does not look like I can challenge him much right now. Seems like he's probably just going to drive away from me. Decent little battle getting ready to shape up for 4th position though. Excuse me, 3rd position. As you see, George Ledesma getting by me and Russell. Look like creeping up in the camera there. Getting ready to challenge for 3rd position, coming out of nowhere. Big run on the inside. We'll see if he can get it done. He clears him. He's probably clear that whole way, but the camera angle made it look closer than it was a bit. As you can see, George Ledesma's made his way up to 3rd position. See if he can keep climbing the ranks. Or Patrick Hernandez, excuse me. As you can see, a couple of these drivers are starting to fall laps down. It has been a fast and furious race. There has not been a single pit stop in tonight's action. That's in part to a little smaller field tonight, and part to being a very fast and friendly wide track. And then, as you've seen a couple of times tonight, been a couple of good saves, been a couple of guys lifting when they needed to instead of running people over. It's been fantastic racing. You can see 75 William McKellar continuing his march. Getting ready to put that number 1 of Jeffrey Clifton down a second lap, it looks like. Near that, or maybe that one just got a lap back. We'll see as they go by the telemetry. Godzilla machine's fast, man. Look at that run. Yeah, he was putting the one machine down a second lap. That's how much quicker he is than a couple of these guys. I do believe one of these guys, maybe 2 of them, got caught in the pits. I want to say I heard over comms that somebody sped in the pits or had some sort of an issue of that nature where they had a penalty to serve. That'll cost you a lap or 2. It's never fun, ruin your night quick. And look at that one, he's worked his way right back up to the 75. He's just going to sit on his bumper, try to get a lap back. Yep, here he goes. Can he get there? Does not look like it. 75 is still clear. Let's take a look. You can see we're rolling with Russell Martin. Just wanted to see how far back the leader is. That is him that you see back there at the top of your screen. And I really like that Butt Crack Motorsports banner you got right there, my friend. I think for next season, that should be a required banner for everybody that's running to put on their car. We should have one of the talented painters put up, what are they called, TIG files, up for everybody just to share. It's pretty slick looking. I like the way that looks on there. Oh, out of nowhere. All right, we have got 28 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to mute myself one more time for a crank it up. And we will be back to call the rest of this race. Alright, you saw it live on camera while we were at break. 75 of William McKellar making his final pit stop of the race with 25 laps to go. Excuse me. You probably heard a static pop there. I had to mute myself quickly, and that's what happens when I do it physically as opposed to digitally. So sorry about that. And I'm also going to go ahead and pop this over one more time for myself. And we're just going to pop this up one more time. Yeah, you're here with me, obviously. I am Ogre Vision, Chris Darkwood. Hit me up on Facebook. Look for us on Discord. Buckcrack Motorsports 2K Truck Series. Look for them on Facebook. They can get you in. Desma Creations. I'm pretty sure he's a painter. Yeah. He's also here sponsoring us, helping us out with everything. I love to see more of you guys out on track. Give me some feedback. Tell me how to broadcast better. Come race with us. Make it a good time. Alright, I'm going to pop this back off here. Alright. If you would like a sponsor spot, if you would like a shout out, if you would like anything like that, just let me know. I am happy to make these broadcasts more personal. Let's see here. Speaking of personal, I believe I even filled out one card this league so far. We have well, through one broadcast with these guys, I can say that the one stat that we have recorded so far, or the one quick note that I have, involves this guy right here. The #1 Mahindra machine of Jeffrey Clifton. Currently scored one lap down. He was last week's winner. He still got 21 laps to get. Oh, a little brush with the wall right there. As I was about to say, he's still got 21 laps to get this in the books. We'll see if he can turn it around. Let's see if we got any other notes here. Just because I haven't added them to my box yet. I know they're there. Let's see. I don't. I'm going to have to go look at the driver bio form. Alright. Well, on the bright side, he does have a spot for me to go get my driver bios. On the downside, I have not gone to go look at it yet. So, looks like I got something to do before next week. Which is always a good thing. I like being busy. I like having something to do. It's boring when you're just sitting around the house all day looking forward to nothing. Let's jump back up here to the 75 of William McKellar. Alright, forgive me for being quiet. I'm writing down on one of my cards here for some future notes real quick. If I get my pen to work. There we go. Okay. Had to get a note written down for myself for future stuff. Because I raced in this race and I know what happens. As everybody else does. But not everybody knows where everybody finished, I suppose. It's really strange. You know, people think it's weird that I like to race in the race and then go back to broadcast because it's like doing it twice. But for whatever reason, it's really not for me. Like, as long as I don't sit and put the camera on myself and acknowledge myself, I kind of get to experience the race through everybody else's point of view. Looks like the 23 Joshua Whitmire's had a little misfortune. He's fallen multiple laps down. Still got her in one piece though. Out there running. You're grateful for that, sir. Jump one more time here to the number 9, Trevor Gill. Looks like he is one lap down. Gill Farms Coffee Racer.us. Excuse me. Number 1 truck of Jeffrey Clifton. Love that Mahindra machine. I would love to get a Mahindra tractor. I have too big a yard to deal with by hand. And I don't know why I didn't notice it before, but I love that you have your number turned off. Like, I think you went custom over the top of that. I'm not quite sure how you've done that, but I really love that you just got a full sponsor side and then the number on the back of that truck. Still easy to see and everything. That's beautiful. I think I missed it because when I first looked at it, I was showing the hood of your truck. But I really like that, Russell. I'm not sure what you prefer to be called, or if you even care. I don't really have a preference when people call me Chris or Christopher. As a kid, I used to hate it, but as an adult, Christopher's kind of distinguished. Makes me feel old. It's like, yeah, I'm 40 plus. I've seen some stuff. Peek at myself one more time here. Looks like my strategy's panned out okay for me so far. I'm sitting in 5th position. Go up to our buddy here, George Ledesma, sitting in 4th position. I'm actually going to sit right here. We'll see if I catch him or not. I see myself on the camera. Come on, George, give me that spot. Let's take a ride along. Go for a lap or two here, see if we can get it. Oh, a little loose there. Come on, George. Make a mistake, buddy. It's all I need. Oh, or maybe a little wall stripe will do it. That'll do it. You'd think it was Darlington. Just had a little scrape. Saved my rear end and got me that run. You see me make that pass. Looks like that will move me up to the 4th position. Let's pop back up to our leader, the 75 of William McKellar. Don't think he's got anybody around him. Looks like just put down somebody for another lap, maybe the 23, Joshua Whitmire in the Waffle House machine. I don't think Godzilla would do that, man. I like my Godzilla from the MonsterVerse movies, where he's like kind of the unsung hero, not the like ruthless bully. Nah, I'm lying. I like them when they're just completely destructive. But no, it's cool to see somebody else that enjoys the MonsterVerse. That Godzilla, Kong, and that whole thing going on is just right up my alley. I love those kind of movies. Let's see, we've got 9 laps to go. We're going to have 8 laps to go when we come to the line. And it looks like there's going to be 4 cars left on the lead lap after this 91 laps so far. There's nobody with me. Let's peek at the 42. There's nobody with the 42. Let's go peek at the 91. See a lot of these guys just spread out running their own race right now. Go back to me. Nobody with me. Little action here. Who is this little group right here? Is that the 75? That is the 75. He's just picking them up and putting them down. Next guy in line is me. You can see that group of cars back there, but I can tell you, just for myself, I'm sure with everybody else out here on the track, it's a point of pride to stay on the lead lap and finish. Nobody wants to go a lap down or wreck. We'll see if I can hold them off for another 6 laps. As you can see, they're coming quick. I am the next car up you see. You can see a little smoke up here. Looks like somebody's had some engine trouble making their way to the pits, staying off the track for everybody. Gotta love iRacing. I love that you can have engine trouble. You over rev it, overheat it, maybe crunched it up against a wall a little bit. We didn't see anything. It didn't bring out a caution. But I've just ran in too low of a gear and blown the motor from overheating it, being in the draft. It's the closest thing to a real car that I've ever been in. Sometimes I even argue that it feels more real than the car I drive in day-to-day life. At least more like a race car. Four laps to go. I've worked my way up to 3rd position, but you can see William McKellar is still chasing me down. He's lapped up to 3rd position. He wants to get every last one of us. Feel like William knew There was going to be a lot of camera action on him tonight, so we decided he was going to go out and win a race. As I get to small field, we're going to go green this whole time. I want that camera. He's out here getting it done. We've got 3 laps to go. You can see him right there. He is closing on me, and I am 3rd position. I'm going to pop over to the 42 real quick. John Ross, excuse me, holding his own in 2nd position. As you can see, he's just kind of in a bubble all his own, so the reason we're not giving him some love right now. Stick with the camera right here as you see 1st position getting ready to try to lap 3rd position. 2 laps to go. I can tell you from the conversation after the race, I did not want to go a lap down, and that 75 wanted to catch me. Let's see if he gets it done. He cannot. I'm going to move over to block that. Let's see if he can catch me here. Looks like I'm going to hold the inside line, try to block him off. I can go to the high side. He's got better tires. Oh, I gave it to him. I should have cut him off there. I decided, better to run than wreck. Here he comes to white flag. Final time around through 1 and 2. He has completed the pass on P3. There is 1 car on the track besides him left on the lead lap. I don't care if you're racing with 8 cars or 80. That is an impressive feat. Looks like we've lost the #1 machine of Jeffrey Clifton. Love to thank you for coming out and racing with us tonight, sir. Looks like the 20 has also retired to the pits. Russell, I will give you a thank you in a moment with our final wrap-up. Here he is, final time through 3 and 4. Gonna take it through the grass, maybe? What's he gonna do for us? Let's see what he's got. The number 75 of William McKellar will take a little ride through the grass before he gives us a burnout victory style. Ooh, I apologize for my pixelation right there. If I saw it, I am sure you guys did too. My shading was not keeping up right there. William McKellar has finished in P1 this evening at Auto Club. Position 2 is John Ross in the 42. Chris Darkwood is in 3rd position in the number 8 machine. Patrick Hernandez in the 91 and George Ledesma in the 44. Round out your top 5. Looking smoking it up for us. Absolutely love it. It was a victory well earned, sir. Ooh, little butt slap for the wall right there. Give us that smoke. Absolutely, sir. Oh, he blew the motor for us. You heard it right there. All right, guys. With that, I'm going to come over to this screen and I'm going to pause things. I am going to pop up one final little thing right here for myself. Oh, gotta find it. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with things. There it is. I would like to thank everybody that watches this in the future. I got this broadcast in very late this evening. These guys have graciously allowed me to do this on my own time. I would like to thank the number 20, Russell Martin Jr., for allowing me to broadcast for him to come out and race in these races. I would like to thank all of the drivers who came out tonight and made this race a blast, flag to flag, no cautions. I believe that's the second time I've done that over here in Buttcrack Motorsports. It's a great place to race. If you are watching from one of my other leagues, I encourage you to hit me up. Find me on Facebook. That's probably the best bet. My name is Chris Darkwood. You will see it everywhere. I've got multiple places that you can come race, and like I said, we will have, I don't know, maybe probably four families underneath our racing family. I'm signed up with three, but I feel like I'll probably take on one more. Uh, just because I really enjoy it, and when I enjoy something, I tend to just do it up big. So with that being said, I would like to thank Buckcrack Motorsports. I would like to thank Ledesma Creations for joining us with tonight with the sponsorship abilities and some paints. And, you know, from California Auto Club Speedway, good luck, everybody. I cannot wait to catch you on the track next week. And, if you're watching, tune into my broadcast this week. I've got at least one more coming. We'll announce their name when we get them up and going. It'll be just like this. They'll be up on that Racing Family banner with us. So, good night. Thank you. If you're watching in the morning, enjoy your races. I'm sure you've got a cool day planned for yourself, and thank you for watching. Good night.